Anita! Anita Sarkeesian, it's me, your biggest fan, the amazing atheist. This is my little video to you. Notorious Tumblr feminist poster child Anita Sarkeesian has recently released a new video entitled The Scythian Positive Female Characters in Video Games. And if you read the description, she calls it the debut episode of our series on positive female characters. So this is the first in a new series of Anita Sarkeesian videos. You could probably expect the second part to come out around December of 2018. Here's an idea, Anita. Maybe you should finish the Tropes vs. Women in Video Games series that you started back in June of 2012. You know, the one that you raised $158,922 for. You would think that 2 years and a budget larger than most independent films would yield quick results from an experienced YouTube video maker like Anita Sarkeesian. But you would be wrong. Here's the complete list of videos that you raised money for, Anita. Damsel in Distress, Video 1. The Fighting Fuck Toy, Video 2. The Sexy Sidekick, Video 3. The Sexy Villainess, Video 4. Background Decoration, Video 5. Voodoo Priestess / Tribal Sorceress, Video 6. Women as Reward, Video 7. Mrs. Male Character, Video 8. Unattractive equals Evil, Video 9. Man with Boobs, Video 10. And hey, I resent that. I happen to be a man with big, juicy, delicious breasts. Are you disparaging me, Anita? I would hate to think that you were disparaging me, Anita. Positive female characters, Video 11. Okay, so you made Damsel in Distress. That was a 3-parter. Then you made Mrs. Male Character. You only needed 1 video for that one. And then you made Women as Background Decoration. So in 2 years, you have completed 3 of the 12 videos that you set out to make. At that rate, you will be done with the Tropes in Video Games series by 2021. Started in 2012, completed in 2021. A series of 12 videos for which you were given $160,000. How your fans, Anita, can tolerate this level of sluggishness, I have no idea. There's absolutely no reason that it should have taken you this long. These videos, each of them looks like they represent about a week's worth of effort, and there's frankly nothing else that you should be doing other than making those videos and fulfilling what people paid you to do. But I guess that if your fans don't mind, I don't mind. Oh, and by the way, Anita's excuse is the painstaking amount of research that she puts into her videos. But anyone who has actually evaluated her videos critically can see that most of her research comes right out of her ass. But whatever. Let's talk about Anita's new video series where she actually talks about positive female video game characters. And I have to admit that I, probably like some of you, are completely shocked. Because I had always assumed that Anita had some impossible standard. An example I often give people is that Anita criticizes old Lara Croft because, look at those big tits. Obviously, she's just fat material for fanboys. But then, in the newer Tomb Raider games, when they made her breasts smaller, Anita said, oh, well, that's just because they're trying to masculinize her. So, a lot of people, myself included, say to that sort of thing, there's no pleasing this woman. She's obviously determined to find sexism everywhere. I severely doubt that there is any portrayal of a female video game character possible that would please Anita Sarkeesian. But I'm a big man. I can admit when I'm wrong. And in this case, apparently I was wrong. There are female video game characters that Anita Sarkeesian approves of. Holy shit! So the character that Anita chose is the Scythian from a game called Swords and Sorcery, or is that Sworcery? I've never played the game, and I'm not really familiar with its, female protagonist? You could call this thing male, female, or alien. It's totally nondescript. Even Anita agrees.
In fact, the level of detail is so low in our pixelated protagonist, and our tendency to assume that heroes are male by default is so widely reinforced, that some players have made the mistake of assuming the Scythian is male.
And look, from what I understand, this is actually supposed to be a pretty fucking solid game. I've heard that it's good, I'm sure that it is good, and in fact, when I was watching Anita Sarkeesian's video, I thought to myself, that game looks pretty interesting. I might even play that myself at some point. But I have to be critical of this character's design. Frankly, I just don't know what the fuck I'm looking at here, and I understand it's supposed to be old school graphics, it's a throwback to the 8-bit era, but look at Super Mario compared to this shit. You look at Mario, he's made of the same giant pixely blocks that Scythian is, but you can tell that he's a fat fuck wearing red overalls with a red hat and a big bushy fucking mustache. Well, you know what? Whatever. I'm nitpicking. I'm sure that Anita did not pick this character for her amazing design, which I'm sure is supposed to be stylized anyway. I'm sure that Anita chose this character because she's so rich and well-developed with an amazing backstory.
It's not just in the visual sense that the Scythian lacks clear definition. We know very little about her history and nothing about why she's undertaken the quest to defeat an ancient evil. Like many video game heroes, the Scythian is essentially a silent protagonist, a figure defined primarily by her actions, which makes her a blank slate for all players to project themselves onto.
Okay, so Anita's ideal female character has no fucking backstory, no character development, and by Anita's own admission is just a blank slate. This is her fucking ideal, feminist-approved female character. A character with no character traits, or the fewest amount of character traits possible. Holy shit! Anita! 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 Can I just say something to you? You suck at being a feminist. You're really fucking awful at it. Does this mean that Anita's ideal female character, the penultimate female protagonist of a game, would just be a beige block, vaguely identified as female, that just moves from one side of the screen to the other? Yay! Progress! Woo! I don't know about you guys, but I'll take Bayonetta or Samus or Lara Croft over this mindless Scythian bitch any day. Those characters are sexually attractive, yes, but they are not just eye candy. They have personalities, strengths and weaknesses, defined feelings, actual backstories. And you know what? I can relate to them. Not because they're a blank slate that I can just impose my own ego onto, but because they're richly developed fucking characters that actually feel real to me. And you know, the sad thing is that Anita Sarkeesian would probably label those characters fighting fuck toys. Why? Because they committed the egregious sin of being sexually attractive. Oh! Setting women back billions and billions of years. Oh, the humanity. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, oh, the femininity. Okay, so Anita Sarkeesian's ideal female character has no history, no clear motive, no defining character traits. They're just a blank slate that Anita can impose her own self onto. Wow! That's, no one's idea of a good character, Anita. You think you're a fucking critic? You think that you have any business telling people what sort of art they should be creating when your ideal is basically just a fucking Mary Sue? You're the worst feminist ever! I, the amazing atheist, am 10 times the feminist that Anita Sarkeesian is. Because I actually give a shit about a female character's personality, about their backstory, what makes them laugh, what makes them cry, what makes them happy, what makes them sad. The basics of fucking character writing! Character writing 101! And you fail, Anita! You fucking fail! Have a nice day. I'm the amazing atheist. Peace the fuck out, bitch. In a new series of Anita Sarkeesian videos, you could probably expect the second part to come out around December of 2018. Has recently released a new video entitled The Scythian Positive Female Characters in Video Games. And if you read the description, she calls it the debut episode of our series on positive female characters. So this is the first. Here's an idea, Anita. Maybe you should finish the Tropes versus Women in Video Games series that you started back in June of 2012. You know, the one that you raised $158,922 for. You would think that 2 years and a budget larger than most independent films would yield quick results from an experienced YouTube video maker like Anita Sarkeesian. But you would be wrong. Here's the complete list of videos that... Anita Sarkeesian, it's me, your biggest fan, the amazing atheist. This is my little video to you. Notorious Tumblr feminist poster child Anita Sarkeesian